to last week's Snapshot. The new one's a disaster. We tried that. But, you know, we had to look at it. We get some idea what the third Snapshot might look like. Is that a bottle of honey?
What? Where? Huh? Yeah, it is.
Why is that a bottle of honey? It's weird. You're doing it wrong. Why would that... I don't even care. Whatever. We got lots of honey. It's fine.
Because it's full.
Is it? Well, I know it's full, but like entirely? Is it spitting them out the side now? It might be, I guess. Since you're... I don't know what's going on. That's... Yeah, it might be spitting out... I don't know. Anyway. We probably take them out and cube them or something. So... The last episode that was, you know, in the future, notwithstanding, we got back from the mansion. Actually, I made it back alive. Landed right here. And you can guess what happened next. There was a creeper right somewhere up here. I don't know, I never saw it. But it exploded and I died. So, here we are. Anyway, I went back into the nether in this version. This is a big mess. Everything's a big mess. That's why I want to talk. Give me that. Give me what else is in that. That. What the hell is... Whatever. You know, some fish.
Cooked?
Yeah. Like 4 of them. Might be more somewhere. There's 22 more. That's the problem. This is all... We'd have less stuff if we're all in one place. Give me those. Give me that. Give me... that, I think. Yeah, why not? Okay, so... here's nethery stuff. I went back and grabbed a bit. So we have, basalt is one thing. I don't know what that is. I don't even know how I got it. It just happened to me. This, what is that one? Crimson. Warped, which you like. I guess we have 65 of those. I thought I had blocks of, like, nether wart. There's one. I have one, apparently. Nope. So, you know, whatever that... Oh, that's wrong. It goes like that. No, hang on. Okay, and then that's what you actually grow it on, and then we'll just put this down here, because I don't even know what it is. That's probably... Oh, and that's, Okay, so wait a minute. That's associated with that. This gets us this. I don't know what the hell that is, but it will say it's a thing. Quartz is irrelevant. I just wound up with it because I was building stuff back up a bit. Basalt. So we have that. This is what we have of the new blocks. There might be others I'm not thinking of. There might be others in these boxes I'm not thinking of.
Nap time.
Yeah, I know. I'll be there in this. I just slept a minute ago. Yeah, apart from... Well, actually, give me that. Well, that goes... I don't know. I think these serve the same purpose. And I think also if I put that down and bone meal it, I can get those to happen. I don't know. I can't get out of here because it was a creeper. And then I got this teensy house, which is actually kind of my next point. Well, there's a few things that we just sort of haven't... We started and haven't finished. One of them is, the Raider base village. There's a creeper thing. We got this snapshot and we just sort of didn't do that anymore. We'll get back to it. Another is, well, actually, that's about the last thing we haven't, you know, we started and it's like, yeah, we'll get back to it. But one thing we've never done, and we're in like episode 75 here, is we have these things, which is like living in a Winnebago at best. And the compass then is pointing over to here. I suppose we abandoned the strip mall by taking it out. Over here is where the compass actually points, which is where we spawned back. When did we start this? Like November? It was the day 115 came out, and now we're working on waiting for 116 with varying success, given what the snapshots are like. So we basically spawned right here. And if that wall weren't there, we turned to the side and it was a village, basically. So we just went in and took over the village, which then got everyone killed because we slept at different times and the villagers got eaten. So I'm thinking we need a house, if only because we really need a storage center. And about the house, we've actually put some effort into making this happen. It's not done. That is a project we could finish. It's all basic prismarine, so it's meh. But on the other hand, we can coat the back of it if we want to. Once the map is done, it won't be obvious from the front what the hell what the base of it is. It's just going to be a big image that's really big. And so all around here we've got, well, I guess what I'm thinking, we have this in place, which is fine. We could even pull this back. I just put it here and then stopped. We could pull it back to kind of the edge of this, put that block here, and have it so that this is the end of it, and we stop here and leave this wall where it is, fill it in sometime. And then there's a gap here, sort of, although I think that technically takes it up. Maybe. I really don't know. Does it? No. Gap here. This can be another wall. And we'll just have a big roofed enclosed parking place from which we can go wherever. And then back from here we can have well, probably like this will be attached. We'll have the house will start here, probably involve going along this road thing we still have. Fill in this lake, maybe a pond, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. Basically make a big lawn, possibly even just out of sand if we just want to allow that we're more or less beachfront here. One way or the other we can get this to make sense, I think. And build some kind of house. And given the environment and the game we're in, probably the best way to build a house would be kind of a modern house, like the BoJack Horseman type house, which I'm not a huge fan of in reality, but in Minecraft, the last time I built one, the best block we had to use was blocks of quartz. Now we have white concrete and I don't know, probably other stuff. But we have all these new blocks, and it's got me thinking that if we do that on the surface, and a house like that wouldn't have a basement, they never have a basement. Ours could. You could have a huge basement that goes down and widens, and as we get deeper and deeper, the ocean becomes less involved. The ocean looks like this. And let go, and actually goes down because there's a big cavern right here, but the point is that we could have a little house on top. I don't know how little it would be, but we'd have a house on top and then go down, and there's a level of stuff with storage, and then go down, and there's whatever we want. We could have just a whole environment in this house, basically. So I would think toward that. I don't know why I'm hitching. It's just not helping. So we'd want to we can take this out because it's stupid. It's just, this was the first time I did maps in here. And I was like, let's just see what there is. And it kind of points out what there is, but that's better at it. So we'll just stick with that. We'll fill it in sometime. And we can lose this entirely. It just doesn't matter to me. Which would give us a little more room. I'll just do it. Give us a little more room for, that's you, I guess.
Yep.
So there was like a charged creeper over there. That was concerning for a sec. So that's gone now. And it made a noise. The hell? Oh, a squid died. Just randomly enough. Let me just throw all this in here. Yeah, we could fill that in with stuff and sand and whatever. Probably stuff and then sand, or else it'll all just drop. I don't know. Make some kind of a thing. It could even, the house technically, okay, we could have, like I say, this is going to be our parking structure, which apparently is going to be at least that tall. I don't know, if we build a wall right here, we're not going to be able to see it very well. It'll be a thing that exists that we can see, but I'm not sure how. We actually might want to not do that. We might want to fill in more blocks back a bit so that we can stand back here and pretend the animals aren't there for a sec. then actually see it. That could work, and then the parking is still there because why not? Or we could even shorten the parking to over there because it really doesn't matter. We can fly wherever we're going. The minecart's kind of needless at this point.
It's probably contributing to lag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because every 10 meters there's a redstone supply that keeps the... Yeah, it's probably a bit laggy. Doesn't need to be a thing. I mean, we never... It's easy enough to fly from here to, you know, where this goes, and that's all it does anyway, so it's kind of pointless. We could tear it up. To take these down, because I just have this many anvils, because I have to... I've been naming the maps as I get them. You know, G1, H1, I-25 over here, I think. Is the last map in this, yeah. So, I mean, lose the anvils for sure. Put them away somewhere. I stacked them up because I was so tired of it. I never had iron on me to make another one, so like, I'm going to get this over with, and I just made like a stack of anvils.
I bet this is going to sound weird.
Oh, breaking them down. Neat. I'll do that. We have prismarine, I'm sure of that. We just had to empty out the sorting system at the monument because it was all full of crystals and shards and some fish.
Yes, I'm very annoyed.
Yeah, well, I knew it was going to happen. It happened. So, yeah, we could take out the anvils. We can take out the track, at least, to get over here with it somewhere. Move all of these minecarts ready to go because it's how it is. Part of the stupid thing with this is you get in a cart, you put it in, then you go there. But once you're there, there's a nether portal, and you can just walk into it and walk right back out, and you'll be here because this is our primary portal. So, this is not only needless against wings, but one way. And that means that I keep having to bring back handfuls of these things. Just so it doesn't get overloaded at the other end, and it's kind of dumb. We'll just get rid of it. Could fill out what you just came out of. We can extend this pattern minus the rails. Another 5 or 10 meters. Pick one, and we'll just come up. You know, we'll just have a big road thing that's there. You're just suicidal, aren't you? I guess so. Give me your stuff. You didn't die in vain. I can write stuff. Or something. Make things black.
So, step 1, level area?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we could kind of debate how big do we want the house to be? I don't know how big a modern house can be. It's not like a castle. We could do a castle. Let's see. In Minecraft, there were 3 types of houses. Modern houses, castles, and ugly things. There is really no way to make a house that isn't ugly. Well, I mean, modern houses are ugly, but it's by design. It's what they look like. They look exactly the same in this as they would in the world, basically. You know what occurs to me, because the cyan mushroom wood that you like?
Yeah.
I think if we made trapdoors or whatever out of it, I'll bet we could use jungle wood to make the base and use those, and we could put palm trees here. We don't have palm trees. They might happen one day, but we don't have them for now. You know, coconuts, something like that. But it would kind of fit if we're doing that and it's a beach out. That would make sense, I think.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm willing to give it a try. I mean, I've seen people try to make palm trees with just shearing leaves off of... Basically, a jungle tree is already almost a palm tree, but not in a way that you'd say it's a palm tree. It's just kind of a Minecraft thing. There's a lot of representational elements in Minecraft. It's like, this thing here should be something else, but it looks like this because it's just a cube. So it's something to consider.
Pixels and imagination.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's Legos. That's what it is. But it's Legos in the old way, before they say, like, here's the model kit. I don't want them. That's Monogram. That's our piece. I don't want this. And just give me a bunch of Legos and put them together. And are you sleeping somewhere?
I'm really trying to get back there.
And we'll make stuff. That's how it used to be. And then they started getting all clever with it. And here's a Star Wars stuff. And here's Batman. And now we have video games to compete with Minecraft. And I like the Lego games.
Minecraft Legos.
Yeah, it's like, at this point, it's just it's a weird convergence. No one knows who started it. I don't know. I think it started with blocks that had letters on the sides that you could build up, but don't know why I'm looking in here exactly. I just am. Oh, is that? I don't have jungle wood in. I do have jungle sap. I have 4 of them. I could try to make a tree and hope we got all the saplings. What are you doing? Oh, see, I thought I was a trader. Let's see. Yeah, well, leave the portal alone. Probably leave its backdrop just because it makes it easier to leap in and not fall out the other side. Build level whatever, both by tearing down and filling in. Probably extend that whole thing out to here-ish. And then I don't know about this little pond. Probably in. Well, probably get rid of it technically, but we can always put it back as like a pool or something. And yeah, we'd have a house that's back a bit from. We have this. This is actually kind of a really horrible place in a way. It would almost. No, it has to be facing. I want it to face. If I'm looking at it, I want to be looking north at the same time. And so it's got to go somewhere like that. I suppose there's also the option of just extending out, because this is just kind of a lagoon. We could just build out the land a bit, put the house here, maybe even on stilts or something. This could be in the house, and there'd be more house out here. So yeah, I don't know. It's a whole big project, of course. I mean, we're not talking about, hey, let's do that. It's going to be a lot of doing it and figuring out as we go how it's going to look. Yeah, this really could almost tend to be an internal wall. That it's prismarine is a bit unfortunate, unless I can make that make sense, I think. If it were internal and on this side there were actually a swimming pool that then incorporated, you know, became the ocean, sort of. Like, might have a border that you get out and jump in, but that could work. And it would just be, because that looks like it would be, that looks a little more like, but that, you know, could be the, or we have, actually I'm not entirely certain how that works. I know it's a thing. Let me find some blocks and test something out. Yeah, it's fine, it's not what I want to use, but I don't care about these, so I'll just try this. Let me have, apparently they've updated these now, so that if you set these down in general, okay, fence, but they now are effectively, it's a vertical slab. I don't know why that just did that. It's still doing, is it, what? That's weird. It might be a bit of a glitch. And then apparently if you do this with it, where no one will see that it happened, you can get, no you can't, why not? I thought that was supposed to, there's supposed to be a way that you can make just a wall out of it. I'm not sure what that way is. Maybe it's not fence post, maybe it's full blocks. I don't know. Do I have any? That's not what I want, thanks. What if I put a block back here? Does that help? Not a lot. Maybe that's the next snapshot that I saw that for. I don't know. But the point is, we could, if you camouflage the sides, well, here, let me just as a dumb example, if I put this down so that you can't really tell what you're looking at, I mean, if it's, nah, it's still messy. The point is, it's essentially just a slab, but on its side, which is kind of cool. Potentially, maybe it's not ready yet. But I know it's intentional. They want it to be this way, so we're finally getting something like slabs that are, you know, vertical. So that would be, that would be a way to panel out. You can also just use trapdoors or something. We have new ones. So maybe. I don't know if I want to well, I can grow one of these real quick, I think. I'll show you something we didn't cover because we didn't even know about it the first time. But if I go back over here and get some stuff, I can get a well, two things. One, I think it's this, and then I want that, and then I want I guess this one. Probably dry bone meal somewhere. So apparently, first of all, you can set this down somewhere else, put it down here, and pick it up later. That goes there. If I understand correctly, you can do this. And then if you bone meal this, you can actually get that to spread. That's cool. So now we have more of those. Moreover, we can plant this thing on this stuff. I think it's the only place you can grow it. Although there's the other kind. And then if I do that, I get a tree mushroomy thing that I apparently have to climb up. And then that's not an it's what is this? It's nether wart, but it's I don't know. I think you just
It's warped something.
there's no tool for it, so that's weird.
Okay, I sort of leveled an area.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, get all this back, which is fairly ugly, whatever it is. I mean, I'm not thrilled with it. I think it's like green or blue or something.
It's kind of the blue-green that I like, almost the teal that I like.
Okay, but then it's got little bits in it, so I'm not thrilled.
Yeah.
I was thinking it wouldn't really be the best thing for like carpet. Maybe if you put it underwater at the base of a pool or something, it might look neat.
Might, yeah. But I mean, it's mostly the trunk of the plant that's interesting to me.
Yeah, this stuff's kind of a side effect. I don't know what it's good for, if anything. I think it's just a block, which is kind of the first time in a while we've had just a block. Well, now we have stupid things like andesite. Those are horrible. No one likes that.
Is there anything you can do with basalt?
Yeah, probably. I'll look at that in a sec. One thing I can do with basalt is see it. Like, it's going to look the same to me as anyone else because it's just gray, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of helpful. I got a chromatopsia, so to me all of this is kind of gray, but still ugly. Well, I mean, arguably gray can be ugly on its own, but it's not impressive. Well, it might not look exactly the same to me because I've also got it's hemerolopia, amounts to night vision. That stays there. That's good. It's not like mycelium where it has to crawl back in later. So I got new stuff here. I got a torch. So I can just stay there because I don't care. Let me go put away whatever I'm not going to be using. That stuff, guess I'm not using that right now. That is prismarine. That can go. Do I have more of that? It seems like we should have that. That should have gone over there. So with this, let me see what we can do here. That. Oh, well, first of all, you can, set this down however, for one thing. So, I mean, if there's a pattern you want, it can be done. Moreover, you can do this to it, which, for better or worse,
looks better with the veins.
Yeah, it really does. And then with that accomplished, you can, I don't think there's anything you can do directly apart from break it up. It's just wood. Although I assume it's wood that you, make boxes out of, which is kind of neat. That means we have stuff in the nether you can do this with. So that's cool. Don't want to, it's a waste.
Yeah.
But
what do the doors look like?
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
Doors look like that. So give me a door. Trapdoor. Pressure plate is just that, and that's just this, but in, that form. Give me, I'll put these down somewhere. Well, door looks like that. So that's really looks like a door. And then we have trapdoors, which is what I'm thinking if you put these on a wall. Well, I don't know if these necessarily. But you can get that, you can see through it, in fact. I mean, I think if that were a different block, you could see that it was, I don't know how informative this will be, but yeah, you can tell what there's something back there. So if that were actually, give me a,
Can I have a door?
mm-hmm. So there's all sorts of stuff that could, happen. I don't know what that's good for, but it's a thing. It's certainly something. Yeah, what I'm thinking is if these were open and next to a jungle wood trunk, that we could make it look a little like palm leaves. Probably shouldn't. It's just silly. You want your own door there, huh?
Yeah.
To go with your teal bed. I think.
Yeah.
Is that you're in the way? It might be. Well, actually, it'll tell me. Cyan bed. So, yeah, we have that as options. And with some of the other, like I just had the prismarine there. Why does that a rock? What the hell do you want?
They're incredibly hard to break once they're placed.
I think we're waiting on these to catch up to tool use. We get them back though, okay. Is a door like that? Oh man.
Yes.
What do you shovel me? I don't know. It seems like they should work with an axe. So that they don't is kind of weird, but.
And the regular door does, so.
Right. So that gives us that sort of stuff we could talk about. That's an option. That's, I don't know. I mean, that's sort of neat.
That looks like a weird carpet.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know. Problem is it's not carpet, which means you'd have to remember it's not carpet before you got stuff spawning in your house. Actual carpet, you can, prevent spawning. Yeah, we'll level all this.
And now is where we demand warped sheep.
Yeah. Well, you could always have one that changes color.
But I doubt the wool changes color once you shear it.
No, it always comes off as white, but it just goes through phases. Goes through 16 colors.
Sucks.
Yeah, well, what do you want? That would be neat, though. You'd only ever need one sheep. You could even automate it and just sorting system would carry the colors of wool off somewhere on its own. Okay, so we're going to lose that. Might lose all of it because it just sucks. Leave that probably. We could tear this down and put up a different backdrop for it. I mean, if we take out a block, we lose the item frame and the whole thing collapses. But
Yeah.
I know. But they're numbered, so we could get it back the way it goes. I think we might leave it there, have a way to see it, a little kind of appreciation room. That'll be that. Hey, can you put one of these on a light? And what would happen if you did? I've never tried that. I should try. I'll find out. This side we'll just say is the rear wall of a pool that goes to wherever, and then the ocean is right next to it.
It's the boathouse.
Yeah, kind of. Can do that too. That road stays because we put it in and it's there, so it's a thing. Could replace all this with something a little better than just dirt. Could fill in this pool to make everything unit. Well, again, it's going to be largely prismarine over here. And then behind I don't know. Maybe this will be a detached thing that is like the map will be on the side of the little boathouse, and then we'll have a boat. We have boats in every like here. Could make a boat that doesn't go anywhere that looks like a boat, or just have the boats that we have now. That does ultimately connect with the ocean somewhere, right? Yeah. That it's an inlet, it's a thing. So we can technically steer our way out or just make it, fix it so it can be done, whatever. Yeah. So that is a lot of tearing stuff down for many hours that we're talking about, so I'm not going to record doing it, but, for next time we might have a kind of a general yard, a zombie was here, kind of a yard thing, platform to start on, and then we can talk about what the house actually looks like, what it's made of. If it's concrete, we'll need to get sand and gravel. I think that's what you mix for concrete. Sounds right. And then we could do that. Yeah, why not? Okay. We're pretty much out of time now, just as a matter of course, so we'll get out of here in terms of recording, play around with it a bit, see what we can come up with for what a house should look like. Because we need a house, and we've been here for a couple, 3 months, just in terms of release dates. I mean, in terms of the game, it's like 7 or 8 years, so it's a while. Okay. Yeah, so we'll get out of here, and we'll see you next time, so bye.